friction in the journal bearing and the rolling bearing. First, fourth application of friction. So let us consider the bearing like this, and which is fixed over here. In this case, the inner casing is having radius r. Now let us assume your shaft is moving like in this direction. So like it is moving in this direction, so it means that it will start climbing on the contact point of this. So initially the contact point will be at this, and when it starts rotating in this direction, you will see that it will start climbing from this to this to this to this, and there will be a point when it won't really go further to this point. This is what is of our concern. So let us assume that your shaft is in contact with this particular bearing at this particular point, which is this one, and it is rotating in this direction. And the radius of this particular shaft is, let us say, r. Now we just saw that since it is rotating, so it means that what kind of friction there is here? It should be kinetic friction. It means that here you will have some kind of certain kind of action force. Since it is moving in this direction, so you will be having friction in this direction, which is given by F, and generally it will be Fk. So Fk over here is defined as mu k times n. Now what will be Nk? Sorry, N will be something like this, which will pass through the center of this particular. Now, this is your radius r at the point of contact A. Okay. So if we have to, and let's assume that this is Fk and this is N, then resultant of this one will be something like, let's say, your resultant. So what should be this angle? Let us say this is called theta k. Okay, so theta k is nothing but tan inverse mu k. This is what we found. So and r is the resultant of n square plus f square, which is nothing but n under root 1 plus mu k square. Okay, this is what is your r. Now we have to find out the moment m. How much moment m is required to start rolling it under this journal bearing case. So in this case, what will really happen is your m, you can see that if this is your resultant, and if you try to extend this and draw another circle which is having radius RF, so this is your R, this is your RF, this is your theta k, this is your theta k. So using this is your 90 degrees, this is your theta k. So what will be this RF? This RF will be R times sine theta. R sine theta k. However, it can also be considered as, since this theta is very, very small, you can write down R tan theta k also, and also you can write it as R theta k. But theta k is nothing but, just saw theta k tan inverse this, and approximately it is also equals to mu k. So it can eventually can be written as r mu k as well. So in this way, your RF, the radius of friction circle, will be mu k times r, and this is how it can be approximately, very very approximately it can be written in this question. All right. So this is about this particular thing. So it means that if we have to find the moment which has to overcome this particular friction m, so that is nothing but resultant R into RF. But what is RF? RF is your mu k times R, or you can simply take this R sine theta k, which is approximately equals to mu k R and mu k R and small r. So m is approximately equals to mu k R small r. So r is the radius of your journal, which is your shaft r, and capital R is the resultant of these forces, normal and friction force. Okay, and mu k is the coefficient of kinetic friction. So this is how it really works in case of your journal bearing. So relationship, this one is very very important when you try to solve the problem of the journal bearing or rotating shaft with respect to the fixed circular. Now let us look at another example of rolling friction. Example of rolling friction. In the case of rolling friction, what we do, you will see that any particular rolling object, are not rigid all the time. Either the rolling object is deformable or the surface over which you are rolling the particular object, that will get deformed. So what will really happen, let us say your surface is deformable. So let us say the object which is rolling in this direction. What will happen, and let us say here the weight is W, the weight of this particular object is W, and you have to apply a load. So what will happen in like, just consider a very very ideal condition when both the objects are rigid and there is no deformation. Then what will happen? The point of contact will be at this point and it will pass through this. Let us say this is your A. But what will really happen when you apply a certain force at the center? It will immediately start rolling, right? Now, instead of having this rigid surface, let us say you are having a deformable surface. So basically when you roll, what will happen? The front portion will get deformed and rear portion will lose the contact. So in that case, what will happen? This is how, when it rolls down, you will say that this portion will get deformed and this portion will lose the contact. Okay, so when this portion lose the contact, the pressure over here that develops, here it will be more pressure. Here there will be more pressure, and here the pressure will reduce. It means that there will be a resultant normal force which will be acting over here. In earlier case, when there was no deformation, normal force was passing through the center. Okay, but now when the surface is deformable, what will happen? This distribution will distribute. The contact region will increase, and here, since the deformation is happening, there will be more pressure, and here there will be less pressure. So resultant normal in the case of deformable object will be, let us say, N, which is making an angle of, let me make it a little bit. So when the surface is deformable, in that case, let us say the resultant force is N. Okay. So if this resultant force N is making an angle theta, since it is a contact region, so it will pass through the center, isn't it? So since this angle is theta of this resultant force because of the deformation of your lower surface over which it is rolling, the position of this particular thing is defined by a parameter A. Okay. So the thing is, what you really have to understand here, when it gets deformed, the normal doesn't pass through this point, but it passes through this point. Okay, so it means that you will have to apply more load to overcome this particular load. Okay, because this reaction is coming from the, but it means that if we have to overcome this particular thing, let us say this is your B point. So this is what is called the resultant of your rolling resistance. So, and the rolling resistance in this case, gives a resultant of force and making an angle theta with the vertical line. Okay, so this is your theta, this is the, like, there are so many forces which are acting like this. So resultant of all of them is given by, and which is passing through your center C. Okay. Now we have to find out the, to roll this particular thing, we have to find the moment about this new contact point or the line of action of this resultant N. So if we find out moment B, what will happen? You will see that, let us assume this distance is, horizontal distance is A, and this is your R, right? This is your R. What will be this particular thing? It will be R cos theta. Okay, so it means that the moment about B given by P times R cos theta minus W times A, which is equals to 0. So your P will be given by WA by R cos theta. Generally, such kind of contact points are very small, so theta is very, very small. So in that case, your cos theta will become 1. So it means that under this condition, the P required to overcome the rolling resistance P is given by WA by. Okay. So load P has to be applied to overcome the rolling resistance, and the rolling resistance will be characterized by this parameter A, and A is called coefficient of rolling resistance. Okay, so this is what is called the coefficient of rolling resistance, and the load which is required to overcome this rolling resistance is given. Now let us take an example where both the friction exists. There, journal kind of friction as well as your rolling resistance exists. So it means that, let us take a case where this is an axle, and the tire, here is a tire. Okay, this tire is moving in this. This is not fixed. Now this is fixed. Okay, so this tire is moving and here you have axle. When this tire is moving, the contact region will be in this direction. The contact region is in this direction. What will happen? You will have RF that you found from the external bearing friction will be given by R of this, which is nothing but mu k times R. Now, since it is rolling in this direction, right? So, your rolling resistance point will be something like, the contact point will be somewhere here. Okay, so let us call this as A. If the radius of your tire is given as R, let's call it as B. Radius of the tire is given as B. So in that case, now you will have to find out the force required to transmit these forces to us. So in that case, what will really happen? Let's say the point of contact is over here, and this is how friction. Yes. In this case, the resultant, let us say the resultant is passing through this. Okay. In this case, what will happen? This is the rolling resistance. If P is the force that has to be applied, and if W is the weight which it has to resist, so in this particular case, what you can is you will have to find the moment about this contact point. Now, taking this as A, this is as RF, so it means that the distance between these 2 points is RF plus A, right? And taking approximately this angle very small, you will be having this as your. So, taking moment about point B over here will form T times B minus W times RF plus A, so equals to 0. So your P load will be given by RF plus A divided by. So what is happening here is now all the loads are acting at this particular point. So and that portion is given by this particular resultant circle, which is RF. So if you try to find out the moment about B, you will be getting the relationship. So this particular load is required to resist rolling as well as external bearing resistance or bearing resistance. Okay. So here